Hello, Starlit Souls. I hope you are all having a lovely evening. So I'm going out for a bit and I'm gonna do my makeup. So I thought I would just film another get ready with me video for content when I have surgery. And maybe I'll tell you a little bit about my surgery during this video. Okay. So I'm gonna start with some primer. So I have this unique Touch Glorious primer. My parents come back from vacation tomorrow, so this is my last night of freedom. Just kidding, I'm 33. I have as much freedom as I want, for the most part. I'm a little bit red in some spots, so I'm just going to use a little bit of concealer. And I have this Essence Camouflage Matte Concealer. Sexy. So, I guess I'll tell you about my upcoming surgery. It's because of my skin condition. This will be my fifth surgery related to my skin condition. So the skin condition that I have is called Hidradenitis Suppurativa. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Even some doctors don't know how to pronounce it. But if you type in HS skin condition in Google, it will tell you about it. They say it's one of the worst skin conditions you can have, just for like affecting your quality of life and mental health and stuff like that. It's not like psoriasis or eczema where it's just like a rash. It's basically like weeping lesions and wounds on intimate parts of your body. So it's not ideal, especially as someone who is single. Yeah, so I have a plastic surgeon who is slowly removing this disease from my body bit by bit. And so I don't know how the health care system is really in the States. I know that I think the healthcare is like privatized, so you don't get a lot of coverage. But in Canada, in Ontario, we have this thing called OHIP, which is the Ontario Health Insurance Plan. And it covers, because my surgeries are due to a skin condition, they're not seen as cosmetic, so I don't have to pay for them, which is amazing. I'm so thankful that I live in this country while I'm dealing with this skin condition. Also, I'm sorry if you hear my stomach growl. I'm kind of hungry. Yeah, so I got it when I was like 17. I got my first lesion. Oh, I have this NYX Bear With Me tinted skin veil in true beige buff. I just got this the other day at Shoppers and I really like it. Yeah, I got it when I was younger, but it starts very slowly and there's different stages of it. So also because you get it in like intimate parts of your body, you're like ashamed of it, like you don't want to tell anyone. So I held off on telling even a doctor for years. I have friends that I've been friends with for 15 years that only found out a few years ago that I even have a skin condition. It was really starting to affect my mental health, so I had to start confiding in my friends and family about it. So, yeah, the surgery that I'm having in 4 weeks, almost 3 weeks, is the biggest one yet. I will be off work for 3 months. So I'm nervous, but at the same time, I feel like every surgery that I've had up until this point has been like mentally preparing me for this bigger surgery. So I'm really excited in the end because I know the end result will be worth it and will really help my quality of life so that I can move on with my life, basically. So there's a silver lining. I know recovery is going to be really hard to get through, but like I said, I've done this before, and I live with my parents right now, so I have this unique Touch Behold loose powder. My mom is like my personal nurse while I'm recovering. She does everything for me. She's amazing. So yeah, that's the plan. I'll be off work for 3 months. I don't know if I said that already. So my surgery is December 11, and I'm planning on going back to work by mid-March. So that's 3 months off work. My work is amazing. They've been so accommodating for me. I've been there 10 years, so I think they recognize my value as an employee. So they do what they can to make me more comfortable and give me the time that I need to deal with this, which is amazing. Which is why I've been with them for 10 years, because they're so awesome. So, it's surgery on my groin. So it's going to be really intense. They will be relocating my belly button and dealing with some affected skin that has been just damaged because of what this disease has done to my body. And there's no cure. No pill will cure my skin the way that it's been damaged. Only surgery will do that, so it really is my only option. Oh, I bought this butter bronzer the other day, and I love it. So I will be in the hospital At least a week or two, because I will not be mobile at all, at least for the first couple days. And I'm gonna have a lot of stitches in. So I'm hoping I'll be out for Christmas, but no guarantees. It just depends on how things go. So I'll be bedridden for a bit, I'm thinking, but I know like at the hospital, they want you to like move around and get your blood circulating. So I think they're gonna do everything they can to get me moving within a few days. So I'm just mostly concerned about being like not being able to move in bed, so I'll just have to lay on my back for like a month straight every time I lay in bed. I don't think I'll be able to sit down, so it'll just be a lot of laying on my back. That's what I'm almost the most nervous about. So a few years ago, I was in, let's do my eyes, a really dark place because of everything I had to deal with. I mean, I'm sure you can imagine it's not fun dealing with something like this. So I was basically just trying to escape reality, and I thought maybe I could heal myself by learning to love myself and changing my thoughts. And that's how I wrote my book. I have a book, it's available on Amazon. If you type in my name, Heather Ann Telpa, it's called The Lighthouse. I self-published it. But I'm really proud of it because it was one of the happiest years of my life with the skin condition and everything. But I mean, with every high comes lows, and the 2 years after that year of my journey to self-love were the lowest 2 years of my life. And I've recently, within the last year and a half, I hit pan. Yay. My friend will be so proud of me. What was I saying? Anyway, it affected my mental health a lot. So I've recently just bounced back from that struggle that I was dealing with. I've been off meds for 2 years now. I no longer see my psychiatrist. So there's been a lot of growth, which is awesome. And I finally feel like me again. Which, for the 2 years after my journey, when I had hit my low point, I felt like I had lost my identity. So it's really nice to be feeling good again, like my old self. But even better, even happier, I would say. So I put this on the lid, and I'm going to put these two dark ones, these two dark browns, I mix them, and I put them in the crease. So yeah, earlier this year, I got involved with this nonprofit organization called HS Aware. It all kind of started when I went to this conference last October. I went to a conference in Toronto for HS. It was attended by like researchers and doctors and medical students and people who had HS patients. And my mom went with me just because I had just kind of opened up about it the previous year or so, so she wanted to support me and whatnot. So we went to this 2-day conference, and I met this girl. I had contacted HS Aware prior to this, and they did stories on people who have HS to help spread awareness. So I had printed out copies of my story that I had submitted to them and that they had posted on their website to hand out to people that I met to continue spreading awareness. And as I was explaining this and handing out my story to someone, this girl sitting a couple rows behind me said that she actually worked or volunteered with HS Aware, and she gave me her card, and it was an amazing connection. So from there, she remembered me. We kept in touch. I ended up holding a meetup in my city that I live in. And I remember the only people that came was her and her mom, me and my mom, and this other gentleman who volunteered with HS Aware. And they drove a long distance. He drove 3 hours with his father, and she drove an hour and a half with her mother, just to give me support in the city that I lived in, because I didn't know anyone who had HS. So it's a very lonely disease if you keep it to yourself. The more you keep it to yourself, the lonelier it is. So I think they knew that I needed, or just felt that I needed the support. So they came and we bonded a lot. It was a great meeting. And then they invited me in March, this past March, to go to a workshop in Toronto to make a digital story. And they paid like all my expenses and everything, put me up in a hotel where we worked on this story. They hired this lady to teach us how to make our stories. So at the end of the weekend, there was, I think, 4 or 5 of us. We all had stories, our own stories. It was like our voice with like pictures and stuff, just telling our story. And yeah, and they shared it on their social media page on Facebook, and I think it got like over 5,000 views, over 100 shares. It was really amazing, the impact that it had, and just like reading the comments from people who were saying that they know exactly how I was feeling, and like thank you for inspiring them to tell their friends and stuff like that. So it really changed my life, and I feel like attending the conference and stepping out of my comfort zone was the first step to just stepping out of my, I mean, it was like a ripple effect, essentially. From there, just like all this amazing stuff kept happening. I kept meeting all these people that had HS, and I realized that I'm not alone in this, and that gave me, just the whole experience of making the digital story gave me a big sense of like purpose, and helped me get out of the rut that I was in. How's she looking? Oops. So that's my story. I have no shame, so I don't mind telling you guys about it. Been through a lot, and I know that opening up about it has helped me, so I don't mind telling a few more people about it. It's all good. But yeah, so I will be out of commission for a while, and that's why I won't be posting a lot of videos. If you wonder where I went, I'll be back. I just need to deal with this so that I can be like the best version of me and handle everything that's kind of bringing me down. Also, it causes me chronic pain every day, so It's not something that you really want to live with when it's as severe as mine is. I have stage 3, which is the worst stage. Yeah. But like, even through what I've been through everything I've been through, I wouldn't change it because it's made me so much stronger emotionally, mentally. Like, there was a period last year or the year before, I think it was last summer actually, I was like researching medical assisted suicide because I was so depressed and unhappy because the skin condition was just taking over my life, and I didn't know how I was ever going to heal from it. So I was in a really dark place. And that's actually talked about in my digital story. If you look up HS Aware on Facebook and look at their videos, I'm like the third or fourth video you'll see my story. It's Heather's story. Almost done my eyes. I'm kind of just taking my time because we're not meeting till, I'm not going over to there till like 8:30, so I got some time. Why not make some content? Also, if you watched my last video that I posted, or the one I posted with my friend doing each other's makeup, I'm so sorry that I was so loud in that video. I didn't realize I was being that loud. So it's not really ASMR on my part. She did a great job. She was really soft-spoken. But I thought it was a cute video anyway, so I still wanted to post it. Okay, I'm almost done my eyes. Alright, I am done. Oh, you know what? A little bit more. I think I lined them a little bit too much on the lid. Cover that up a bit. There we go. I feel like I just spent like 20 minutes on my eyes. Pretty sure I did. That's okay. Okay, I'm just gonna put some of these away. Alright, so next let's do some, I already bronzed, let's do some blush. I bought this Milani baked blush the other day. kind of like a highlighter in itself. So you don't really need to put highlighter on with it. Okay, lastly, we're gonna line on my waterline just a bit. Just a bit. Who am I kidding? My friend told me that it makes your eyes look smaller, but I don't know. I think because I have dark eyes, it maybe makes them look bigger or just more like pronounced. I'm gonna curl my eyes. Oh, my eyelashes. I'm gonna use this Clinique High Impact Mascara. I hate when I get mascara on my eyelid. How do you avoid that? I don't understand. I just gotta fix that. Here we go. Easy enough. Alright, let's put some lip gloss on. This is my ColourPop So Juicy lip gloss. I like it a lot. It makes my lips a little too sticky, but I like the scent. It's like peppermint. I think it's supposed to be a plumping gloss, but I don't actually think that stuff works. Especially me. I have kind of like thinner lips. Okay. Oh, I got some perfume. I got this perfume. This is Beyonce's Heat Wave, I think it was. Yeah, it smells so good. little spritz. Oh, it smells so good. I love it. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me and that you found it a little relaxing and that you enjoyed my update and honesty with you about my skin condition and everything I'll be going through. I hope you will continue to subscribe even though I might go radio silent for a few weeks. I am trying to film some content, but I haven't been filming as much as I like. Work's been quite busy. We're in the middle of busy season, so anyway, I hope you all have a lovely night. Thank you for watching. Love and light.